Hello my people, as you've seen, today we are going to discuss about cars that you should avoid buying. I know my boss could not allow me do this video at the showroom, that's why I'm doing it at home. So cars that you should avoid buying. If you are a car buyer outside there intending to buy a car, we are going to go through some of these cars that you should not even dare to buy. And here we are going to look at maintenance and the resale value. Those two things are very important when you're buying a car. If a car is going to cost you a lot to maintain, don't buy it. If at some point you want to upgrade and you cannot be able to sell that car easily because it has lost value, don't buy. So that's why today I'm going to take you through a certain list of cars that you should avoid buying if you're outside there and you intend to buy a car. And these cars, if we are going to mention that not all cars have a problem in certain units, it will depend with the years because there are some cars that belong to a certain manufacturing year that had a problem. Okay, so the first car on our list, guys, is the Nissan March. I know all of you have heard about this. You've heard people talking about the Nissan March. By the way, it's one of the cheapest cars to buy. In fact, if it's locally used, it's one of the cheapest cars you can buy. Nissan March, very cheap to buy. But now the problem this car comes with, it has, and by the way, I have my notes here just to make sure I don't forget something. This car has a problem with the gearbox. I know people have talked about the gearbox in Nissan March. It has a problem with the gearbox. It overheats, and the resale value is just poor. So number one, Nissan Note, not Nissan Note, Nissan March has been known. It has one of the poorest gearbox because it knocks all the time. As ni gari umekaa nayo kidogo, within a very short time imeleta issues. So if you're outside there, this car, if it's new, is being sold at around 850. If it is used, of course you'll get it as low as even 400, 380. But just be prepared because it has gearbox issues, but not all. From 2006 to 2011, that's where the problem is when you're talking about Nissan March. So if you're outside there and you're shopping for a car, please, if it's new, the newest models, I think they have tried to fix that problem. But 2006 to 2011, gearbox overheating have problems with this car. So I thought you should know that, yeah? So that is Nissan March. The second car on our list, it is the Mazda CX-5 from 2011 to 2013. Mazda CX-5, I'm not talking about the petrol engine. I'm talking about those ones that have the diesel engines. From 2010 to 2013, we are talking of cars that are between KCX, KCW, KCY, KCZ. There, diesel engines, hey, they have a problem. You've heard people saying, oh, when you buy, you do the DPF delete, blah, 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 blah. This car is very good, by the way. It's a very good off-roader. It picks very well. Very nice car, yes. But when it comes to, I'm told it has a weak head gasket that makes it overheat and hence causing a lot of problems and problems of problems. So Mazda CX-5 diesel engine from 2010 to 2013, please stay away from those cars. But from there, from 2014, 15 and the new shapes, perfect. Either diesel or petrol. From there, at least they realize what the problem is and they change. So if you're just shopping for a car here in Kenya, avoid those cars that are ranging from KCX, KCW, KCY, KCZ. That is 2011 to 2013. They have that problem. That is the Mazda 65. And I'm not talking about the petrol. I'm talking about the diesel engine. Sawa? Okay. So from there, our next car after this is the Nissan Dualis. Nissan Dualis. Guys, you'll bear with me. This is the second Nissan we are talking about. By the way, the Nissan Dualis is very cheap. If you want to buy this car, it's very, very, very cheap. Yeah. Outside there are some countries in UK and they call it the Nissan Qashqai, something of that sort. But here in the African market, we call it the Nissan Dualis. So Nissan Dualis is a very good car, spacious car. Yes, as you can see, very affordable. But when you buy this car, be prepared. Some of the problems it has, the suspension problems, the gearbox problems, and the sensors together with the engine. Those are some of the things that malfunction very fast. And it has also a problems of overheating. So you can imagine all the problems in one basket. I'm talking about the Nissan Dualis. By the way, we have them, even we are selling. We have one going for 850. We have one going for 1.2. That's why I said I am not supposed to be doing this video at the showroom. But I'm here to tell you the truth, just like the truthful man is somewhere there. Mrima Uligusu. Anyway, I'm not going there. But I'm telling you the fact, the way things are. The Nissan Dualis is a money what? What can I say? A money pit or a money guzzler. If you're buying this car, be prepared. I've said it has engine problems, it overheats, it has suspension problems, and all the series of Nissan Dualis. I'm talking about in general, Nissan Dualis is not something you can bank on. That is the Nissan Dualis. Very cheap, especially if you're buying a locally used, very cheap to buy. But be warned, it's not a very good car. The next car is this category, this Land Rover family. That is the Range Rover Vogue, the Sport, and the SV. With them, these are some of the best cars, luxury, best when it comes to performance, perfect. I only have a problem with this class of cars. Their maintenance is not, of course, people will say for somebody who can buy a Range Rover, ni mtu amejipanga kimfuko. But what if you've just gotten some money and you need to buy a very good car and you go for Range Rover? I have a problem with these cars. Number one, this is one of the cars that loses value very fast. If you are going to buy these cars, especially the Vogue, those, like, let me talk about the SV, the autobiography, the long wheelbase. Those cars are very expensive. If you are going to buy foreign used, very expensive. But if you come to buy a second-hand car, you realize they are very affordable. But now this is where the problem comes in. Maintaining this car is not like a Toyota. Unajua Toyota tunapelekanga tu kwa Shell ama Total ama pale popote, unabadilishiwa air filter, air cleaner, engine oil. Umetoka na kama 5,000 hivi. Kama ni bushes umeguza kama 8,000. Guys, if you knew how much it will cost you just routine maintenance of these cars. Guys, if your pocket is not deep, you stay away from this car. So some of the malfunctions that come with it are their suspensions and the engine, especially those ones that are running, those ones that come with the diesel engine. So if you are not well versed, if your pocket is not deep enough, these cars will cost you a problem. The Range Rover family, I'm talking about the Vogue, the Sport, the SV, even the Evoque. The only problem I have with them is maintenance and the value goes down. But when it comes to performance, they are the best. This is one of the dream cars for many people. They perform very well, luxury, best off-roaders, but maintenance part of it is not good. And the resale value, also prepare for that. Sinisawa. So our next car, we go to this car made, these are from USA. This is the Jeep. The Jeep Cherokee. The Jeep Cherokee. I have a problem with this car and I'll tell you the problem. From 2006 to 2012, this car has been known to be one of the best off-roaders. From these pictures, you can tell it's one of the best off-roaders you can get. But now it has a problem. The only problem, again, just like the Range Rover, it comes when it comes to maintenance. Guys, this car, if you just go the normal routine maintenance, ukishatoka pale kwa hiyo garage ama kwa petrol station, trust me, you'll have spent more than 50,000. Normal routine. Kubadilishiwa tu oil, sijui air filter, air cleaner, bushes, suspension. This car will cost you a lot of money. It's a very good car, luxury, extreme off-roader, very good car. But when it comes to maintenance, it's not good. And something else also, the resale value. The resale value of this car is not good. Why? Since the Kenyans buy cars that are very common on our Kenyan roads, the resale value will not be good. So very few people walk into the showroom and they say, I want to buy a used Jeep. Very few people do that. So if you are among the people who want to buy a Jeep, maybe just go and buy a foreign used, this one that they are not locally used, and be prepared when you go to maintenance. Usipatie watu mafundi hivi hivi, just like the Range Rover, you don't give any person mwenye amevaa apron chafu ati ni fundi atakutengenezea hii gari. So when it comes to maintenance, this is not a joke. It will eat into your pocket a lot. Sini sawa? So that was the Jeep Cherokee, and I've said from 2006 to 2012. The next car is this Bluebird. I did not get very clear pictures of this car. The Bluebird, who doesn't know the Bluebird? The Bluebird comes with all the problems on earth. In fact, it's one of the cheapest sedans you can get in Kenya. One of the cheapest sedans. With as low as 500, 600, you'll get a used car. A used Bluebird, guys. But, and I'm talking about specifically the G11, they are called the KG11. These units, they are very notorious in overheating. They are very notorious in gearbox problem, just like their counterpart, the Nissan March. They are not very good cars. The Nissan Bluebird. No wonder hata kuna moja tulikuwa tunauza 250. For those of you who follow my channel very well, you realize there was one we are selling at 250. It was a KBW. Why? These cars are problem with them. Overheating, engine problems, just overall. You can get it, yes, it's a size, a very good size, good family car. But trust me, guys, it's not a car I can advise you to buy. This is the Nissan Bluebird, the KG11. Moving forward, we go to this class. We have the Volvo V40 and the Volvo V60. Volvo V40 and the Volvo V60, especially those ones that are 1600cc, 1600cc. I'm told those engines were made by Ford. They are not made by Volvo. So if you are to buy these Volvos, V40 and V60, you should look for those ones that are 2000cc and above. Those engines were made by Volvo themselves. But V40, V60, those ones with 1600cc, they were made by Ford. And one of the problem they have, I'm told they have there's something we call the rear main seal. The rear main seal, which is between, I'm told, between the engine and the gearbox, it wears or it malfunctions very fast, leading to engine problems. And guys, if you're going to buy that rear main seal, I'm told for normal cars it costs around 5k. With the Volvo V40, V60 is around 20,000. One. That is from the statistics, guys, as people say, and it's proven. So if you're going to buy the V40 or the V60, just know that as a problem. And the engine mount, everybody knows the engine mount ni ile kitu inashika engine kwa magari. That thing is always very cheap. If you're buying it for normal Toyota cars, is around like 18,000. With this one, engine mount yake ni 21,000. I'm talking about the V40, the V60, hiyo category hizi, the Volvos. So when you are buying, just note that buy the Volvos that are 2000cc and above. 1600cc usiseme sikukuambia. And something else just to add, poor resale value. Why? Not common in Kenyans. Niliwaambia wa Kenya wananunua magari ambazo ziko common. So since it's not a very common car in our Kenyan roads, just be prepared about that. As we near the finish line, guys, we cross over to Germany. Now I'm talking of the 116i, the BMW 116i. Something good about this car, it handles very well. It is affordable. By the way, a new one is going for around 1.8, 1.9. Very, 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 very good car. But now, the only problem again I have with this car is maintenance. It's not for the poor, for watu kama sisi. Hii ni ya watu wenye ambao wako na mfuko mzuri. If you are going to take this car for a maintenance, jipange. This car, and something else, guys, if you don't know, the tires za hii gari mbele na nyuma, they are not the same. So it's not a car you can easily rotate the tires useme hii imeisha, wacha hii rudi nyuma, hii kuje mbele. No, you will have to buy a full set because I'm told the rear wheels are always wider than the front wheels. So it's not from such things. Si kama Toyota field wanabadilisha tu hii rudi nyuma, hii iende mbele. Simple as that. So this German machine si kitu as easy as you can think. And by the way, there's a friend of mine who bought this car. Then taa yake ikaguswa. Coming to buy this light, the front light, guys, is not easy. He had to spend a lot of money na kupata pia si rahisi. So the BMW 116i, a very good car, performs very well, it handles well. But guys, maintaining this car, I'm not threatening you, but that's a fact. Sini sawa? And to complete my list, guys, we have cars that have been discontinued. This is just a by the way, guys. We have so many cars that have been discontinued, but in Kenya, I'm only going to talk about 3. I'm talking about the common cars. I'm talking about the Vanguard, the Toyota Wish, and the Ractis. People like this car, the Ractis, Wish, and Vanguard. They have no problem specifically, but just to let you know, these cars have been discontinued. And if you're coming to buy, in case you see gari ikiwa discontinued, spare za nje pia zina uzuri wa Toyota huwa zinaingiliana za ndani, but gari kama hii sasa, kama taa imepasuka, taa imevunjika, unajua spares zinaenda zikipotea. Kama gari imekuwa discontinued, spares zinaenda zikipotea. So if you're coming to buy them, they perform very well, after all they are Toyotas, but the spares zinaenda zikipotea. So if you're outside there shopping for this car, instead of buying this Vanguard, you can buy a Harrier, you can buy a 65. You can alternative. Instead of buying the Ractis and the Trisia, which other car can fit there? You can buy the Honda Fit, fit within that budget, Honda Fit, the shuttles and everything. Instead of buying this Toyota Wish, you can buy the Sientas, 7-seaters ziko nyingi. So that was just to let you know that these cars have been discontinued, no more production. So if you're buying external spare parts ndio zinaweza kusumbua, za ndani huwa ikuwi shida. Zina Toyota, they made their cars in such a manner that zinaingiliana. So guys, having said that, I just wanted to let you know these are some of the cars zenye tumepitia. If you want to risk, well and good. In fact, hata ukija showroom ziko tutakuuzia, but if you watch this video before you bought, na kama uko nayo na inakuserve vizuri, you are lucky. Na kuna watu wanakuanga na hii tabia ati ndugu yako ama kazini yako alinunua Dualis na ina perform vizuri, wewe unaona anatumianga tu vizuri, unasema pia mimi nataka Dualis. He knows what he's going through. Maintaining that car is not easy. So usione mtu amenunua pia unasema sikuuzo yangu wako nayo pia mimi nataka hiyo hiyo Dualis, ama pia mimi nataka hiyo hiyo Range Rover. Kila mtu wanasema at the shoe bearer knows where the shoe pinches. Mwenye amevaa hiyo kiatu ndiye anajua anaumia wapi. So if you have heard from experts, guys, just know if you want to spend money on those cars in terms of maintenance, well and good, useme ukiambiwa. So if you need any other car, guys, which is not on that list, but if you want whatever that is on that list, all you need to do, give me a call. Come, we do clean business. Gari ziko showroom, biashara ya haraka. Till the next one, guys, if you haven't subscribed, please click subscribe. We really appreciate. By the way, watu wa majuu tunawa appreciate sana. Nyinyi watu mnasema na mnamaanisha. Watu wa diaspora, you've really promoted us. Mmenunua magari through your family members wenye wako hapa. So till the next one, guys, bella ciao.